I'm not entirely sure if I can do this. But you know me, I think. Wait, why is that jar over there? Okay, can you feel it? I think you can, because I think the camera has this way of capturing something that's not communicated. I think you can feel it, that I have grown a new skin again. Everything is happening so fast. I'm changing so fast, or being altered. I'm not sure what it is. But anyway, especially things and me, and the relationship between things and me have changed once more. I can hear something. So this, like I said, I'm not sure if I can do this justice, but I should try, because this is something I really want to speak about, because it matters. And I think doing this with you on the other side of the world, no, not on the other side of the world, but on the other part of the continent, will help my thinking process. And also, I think this is something that you can relate with on some degree, at least. I hope it's not 100% you can relate to this, because I wouldn't wish this on anyone, really. A lot of things that I have, I won't wish on anyone. So let's begin, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I feel like if I close my eyes, I feel like you're my lab partner, and when I said let's begin, we put on these goggles and the gloves and everything that can protect us from what we are about to dissect. So yeah, I hope you're wearing your gloves, your lab coat, and your eye protection, because this is something else that I haven't really accessed fully, and we may uncover something that could hurt us both. So I hope we are prepared, and I trust you enough to do this with you. I should close my door properly. I think it's properly closed, but I'm not sure. So it's about disappointment. See, one of my teachers said that laughing is my defense mechanism. He's not 100% right, really, but he has a point. Because everything heavy that is really heavy for my bones to bear, I turned it into my sense of humor. So he has a point, but he's not 100% correct. Like what we said before, or what someone said before, that we really find out to be true is that nothing is ever absolute in this planet, or I think anywhere in the universe. I'm not sure. We don't know a lot of things yet. So, disappointment. This disappointment. And I guess I'm continuing. This is a continuous lesson because as people get older or go through life in a more expansive sort of way, meeting people different in different areas or different, I'm getting distracted because I'm so conscious of my shoulder ever since I was told that I will have a condition. But I'm still gonna try to because now I'm making an effort for them to stay aligned. But I'm still gonna try to get to my point. Yeah, I think the topic of disappointment or any other emotion really, is it emotion? Disappointment? I think so. I think it falls under categories of emotions. At least for me. I'm not sure how it is with other people, or you can tell me about your experience as well if you consider disappointment as an emotion or a feel. It's definitely a feeling. Yeah, I guess with every other emotions, our perception of it changes as we get older. And I guess there's disappointment is not an exception. And I was with one of my new friends. I think I told you about her. I met her in the filmmaking class. And she is, I think, almost a decade younger than me, but sometimes I feel like she's way more mature than I am, and we have some things that we don't agree on, but this just makes things more interesting because she exposes me to a very different point of view and makes me see things in a very different light whenever I speak to her, and it broadens my field of vision, I guess. And I was with her earlier, and this is something that I shared to her, this disappointment, because it's something that has been bothering me for ever since I started this. And that was last February. It's been bothering me since February when I got confronted. Ever since that confrontation I spoke to you about, it may not be there consciously, but there is always that. I always think about it now whenever I encounter something that makes me think about it or trigger that similar feeling. And I told her, this is quite funny how the conversation began, because I literally asked her, the friend that I was with earlier, my shoulders are too stiff and I feel like I'm not talking like 100% of myself. I hope I'm not harvesting the fruit way before it has ripened. I really hope so. I really hope not, but I feel like I am. But then again, if I harvest it while it's not ripe enough, I guess I will discover something about the fruit that won't be available to me once it gets ripe. So maybe this is also a good exploration, to pick a fruit while it's not yet fully ripe, just to explore what's in there that will not be available to us later on, because I could always pick a fruit when it's ripe, and we'll still get the data. Anyway, I began the discussion about disappointment by asking her, do you get disappointed a lot? And now I'm also asking you, do you get disappointed a lot? And it's also the sentence in there. This is not something I said to her, and I will say to you, it's not something that I'm very, very vocal about. I'm only vocal about it with the person or the people that I trust, because I know that they may not understand, because I myself, I don't even fully understand how disappointment works entirely yet within my own. Because it's not like disappointment and then bam, it ends there. Before, this is the process before the big argument we had in February. Not we as in we, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Before, I experienced disappointment like this. So I get disappointed by something or an action done by someone or a behavior that is cruel, or for example, something like that. And then disappointment turns into curiosity. Like why? I began questions begin to form. I feel like I'm so far away. I'm so far away because I'm still healing things, and this is what happens when I'm healing things. I get distant. Not physically, but you know what I mean. But I still want to discuss. So this will work. I will make this work. So yeah, disappointment, it becomes, first is disappointment, and then it becomes curiosity. It turns into series of questions, and then what happens next is that I'm not sure how to call it, but I turn it into something that, because I get disappointed by this, it means that if I do this, I will be a disappointment to others, maybe, or to myself. Yeah, exactly. If I do the thing that disappointed me, I will not only be disappointing to others, but also to myself. So, what happens after curiosity is that it becomes a tool. So, disappointment, then it morphs into curiosity, and then it morphs into a tool to, I've used this metaphor 1,000 times, but I'm gonna use it again because it's very accurate and it describes things perfectly. it becomes a tool, like a sharpener or a chisel that I can use to carve myself in order to turn myself into something that I actually like. Because I like the feeling of liking myself. Because that also means that if I like myself, I'm happy with myself, I enjoy being alone and doing things by myself. And when I'm with others, when others company, I bring good things because I like myself to begin with. So I bring good things. So you can see now the cycle of disappointment. It's not a cycle. Is it a cycle? Maybe it is a cycle. Maybe it is a cycle. Because remember, I also told you about this thing where sometimes I get hurt, and and part of the reasons why I get hurt is that there is this element of I wouldn't have done that to you. And that phrase, that bit of I wouldn't have done that to you, if we look closer, we will see a shred of disappointment there. So maybe see, this is what I am talking about. See, this is what I was talking about. We are figuring things out even if the fruit is not ripe enough to pick. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So maybe the disappointment is a cycle actually. So now we have data, we have this figure, we have this chart. So first is this, I'm not yet, now that we are talking about it, since it's a cycle, and you know, with circles, you don't really exactly know where it begins. Right? Right. Because, see, look at this. This is just a circle. Look, there's no marks where it began. It's just, so I'm now not sure if disappointment is the beginning or if it's just the middle of the cycle. But let's enumerate what we know so far, or let's look at what we know so far. So we began on the disappointment. Maybe we are trying to read several books at the same time. I think so. But let's still try. So let's put this book on the side. Let's open the other one. So it could be that. Oh, I forgot. My brain is running so fast. Oh, now I lost it. But I'll get the other book. So this is what we know so far. So it began as disappointment, or so we thought, or so we see. But we are not yet sure if this is really the beginning. But since it's strong, we felt it. And that's our viewing point, the clearest viewpoint for now. So this disappointment that turned into curiosity, turned into a tool, turned into the tool we use to chisel the human. Human likes himself. Human sees things, get hurt, influenced by the I wouldn't have done that to you, then back to disappointment, then over and over. Curiosity, disappointment, curiosity to human changes, human, and yeah. So that's what we know so far. I wish I can recall what I discovered while I was in the middle of talking about something, because there is something there that shown and then now it's gone. I think there's a cloud that concealed it, and I hope this cloud passes